industry-leading companies, politics, sports, culture, curry, cricket. Oh, there's so much to talk about. Like me, if you too thrive on interesting conversations, this is a show you cannot miss. Watch this space to know more about all matters and all people that make Britain what it is today. Out of Britain, with me, Radhika Iyer.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news is here.
From interesting tech startups to industry-leading companies, politics, sports, culture, curry, cricket. Oh, there's so much to talk about. Like me, if you too thrive on interesting conversations, this is a show you cannot miss. Watch this space to know more about all matters and all people that make Britain what it is today. Out of Britain, with me, Radhika Iyer.
This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to this Thursday edition of the World Report with me, Arjun Samar Mahindra. Let's take a look at what's making headlines around the world. A deadly school shooting rocked Antioch High School in Tennessee on Wednesday. Police say 17-year-old Solomon Henderson opened fire in the school's cafeteria, killing 16-year-old Jocelyn Correa Escalante and injuring another student before taking his own life. The school, with over 2,000 students, had safety measures in fact in place. This included weapon detection technology as well. The incident marks yet another tragic chapter in America's ongoing school shooting crisis, with 330 incidents, that's right, 330 incidents reported just last year. It was the second highest on record. Investigations into the motive are still ongoing. Meanwhile, listen into what the parents of the two children at the high school had to say.
The school did not call me until after the shooting occurred. I found out about the shooting because one of the kids that knows my 18-year-old was in the hallway playing, sending her a text message while she was sitting in the back seat of my car talking about, you need to come and get your sister because we got a shooting going on. And he was in the hallway playing and he ran out the building or whatever and jumped in his car. So then I kept on calling the office, and I could not get a hold of no one in the office to tell me anything.
Thousands have been evacuated in Los Angeles County. County has a fast-growing wildfire. In fact, the huge fire erupted. The blaze had rapidly grown to over 8,000 acres, fueled by strong winds and dry brush, forcing 50,000 residents to flee. Interstate 5, a key highway along the west coast, has in fact been shut down. Though no homes or businesses have been damaged yet, this comes as the region is already grappling with two massive wildfires earlier this month that destroyed multiple neighborhoods.
We have over 4,000 firefighting personnel assigned to the incident, and we had a very robust ground and air response to the incident that you see behind me.
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has addressed the status of India's trade relations with Pakistan, clarifying that New Delhi did not cease trade, but rather it was the Islamabad administration that decided to halt trading in 2019.
देखिए, ट्रेड हमने तो बंद नहीं किया, जो किया तो उनके प्रशासन ने जो 2019 में जो निर्णय लिए गए कि भारत के साथ व्यापार नहीं करना, वो उनके साइड से था। तो हमारा जो इस मुद्दा के बारे में हमारी जो चिंता जो थी, शुरू से हमारा हित था कि हमें MFN स्टेटस मिले, कि हम पाकिस्तान को MFN स्टेटस देते थे, वो हमको देते नहीं थे। तो आज पिछले साल के बाद ऐसी कोई पाकिस्तान के साथ बैठ के ऐसी कोई बात नहीं हुई व्यापार के बारे में, ना उनके यहाँ से कोई ऐसा इनिशिएटिव आया है।
Staying with the External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar also said he shares concerns about delay in visa processes with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio during his meeting. In a press briefing, EAM S. Jaishankar has stated visa delay impacts businesses and tourism, while saying India is open to the legitimate return of Indian nationals living illegally abroad, including in the U.S. He also highlighted that India supports legal migration. Meanwhile, Marco Rubio was appointed the U.S. Secretary of State by U.S. President Donald Trump as he made his second return to the White House. Listen in.
You know, we have a position on mobility which is a principal position, applies to all countries. As a government, we obviously are very much supportive of legal mobility because we do believe in a global workplace. We want Indian talent and Indian skills to have the maximum opportunity at a global level. At the same time, we are also very firmly opposed to illegal mobility and illegal migration, because you also know that when something illegal happens, many other illegal activities get joined onto it.
The U.S. Senate Commerce Committee will hold a hearing on the 29th of January to review President Donald Trump's nominee for Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick. The Wall Street CEO and head of Cantor Fitzgerald has been tapped into to lead the Commerce Department, in fact, and oversee U.S. trade strategy. This includes efforts to restrict China's tech sector. Lutnick has pledged to resign from his corporate roles and divest assets if confirmed. U.S. President Donald Trump has set in a motion a process to redesignate Yemen's Houthis as a foreign terrorist organization, the White House has said. Trump's executive order signed on Wednesday directs the Secretary of State Marco Rubio to submit a report concerning the designation within 30 days after consultation with the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of the Treasury. Iran's Vice President for Strategic Affairs, Javad Zarif, reassured global leaders in Davos that Tehran does not in fact seek nuclear weapons and even invited dialogue. However, the UN nuclear watchdog IAEA has raised alarms, warning that Iran is accelerating in fact its uranium enrichment close to weapons-grade levels. IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi emphasized the need for immediate diplomacy between Tehran and President Donald Trump to prevent escalation, terming their dialogue absolutely indispensable for progress. South Korea's anti-corruption agency has recommended indicting impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol for insurrection and abuse of power. Yoon, in jail since last week, is accused of declaring martial law on the 3rd of December, a decision swiftly overturned by the parliament. The agency, working with police and the defense ministry of the country, has also charged other senior officials for their roles in the martial law imposition. Yoon is set to appear in his ongoing impeachment trial at the Constitutional Court, in fact. Hundreds of LGBTQ+ couples in Thailand began making their wedded status legal Thursday, the first day a law took effect granting them the same rights as heterosexual couples. The enactment of the Marriage Equality Act makes Thailand the first country, in fact, in Southeast Asia and the third place in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage after Taiwan and Nepal. Marriage registration is customarily done at district offices, but on Thursday, around 300 couples are expected to complete formalities at a day-long gala celebration in an exhibition hall at a shopping mall in central Bangkok.
We love equally, legally, and we can build our family in our own ways, because I believe that every kind of love, every kind of family is as beautiful as it is, and we are now allowed to build our own kind of family with the support of the law.
4 San Antonio, Texas police officers were shot Wednesday night while responding to a suicide-in-progress call, and a heavy police presence surrounded an apartment complex where the suspect was believed to be located, authorities said. San Antonio Chief of Police said special weapons and tactics were setting up to try to detain the suspect, described as a man in his 40s in the neighborhood of Stone Oak. McManus said that none, in fact, of the officers are believed to be in a life-threatening situation. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has announced an investment of $600 billion in the United States over the next 4 years. The comments came after US President Donald Trump mused about returning to the kingdom as his first foreign trip. The remarks came in a phone call with Trump, although it isn't clear as of now where those investments in trade could be placed. Attorney generals from 22 states have in fact filed a lawsuit to prevent US President Donald Trump from ending the decades-old birthright citizenship policy, which in fact guarantees US-born children citizenship regardless of their parents' immigration status. Trump's executive order, issued late Monday and spanning roughly 700 words, fulfills a campaign promise. However, its outcome is uncertain, with a lengthy legal battle over immigration policies expected. The Democratic Attorney General and immigrant rights advocates say the question of birthright citizenship is a settled law, in fact, and that while presidents have broad authority, they are not quote-unquote kings. Trump administration officials are considering deploying up to 10,000 soldiers to the US-Mexico border and using the Department of Defense bases to hold migrants awaiting deportation as a part of a dramatic crackdown on illegal immigrants. US President Donald Trump has warned that he will impose high tariffs and additional sanctions on Russia if Russian President Vladimir Putin fails to end the war in Ukraine. In a post on his social media platform Truth Social, Trump stated that by pushing for a resolution, he was doing Russia and President Putin a quote-unquote very big favor. And US President Donald Trump is doubling down on his trade war threats, vowing to hit the European Union with tariffs and discussing a new 10% punitive duty on Chinese imports, in fact. Trump linked the potential tariffs directly to the ongoing fentanyl crisis, accusing China of sending the deadly drug into the US via Mexico and even Canada. This week, Canadian Prime Minister, in fact, outgoing Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau emphasized that Ottawa is a safe, secure and reliable partner in an uncertain world, adding that the alternative would be more reliance on Russia, China or even Venezuela. The focus on American prosperity and national security marks a new turn, in fact, in Canada's strategy as it seeks to navigate the volatile relationship with Trump administration. All of this while trying to prevent a potential trade war that could severely impact the economies of both the countries. China is calling on the United States to end what it calls unreasonable sanctions, specifically those imposed in response to alleged cyber attacks. In a fiery statement at a press conference on Wednesday, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Mao Ning urged the US to work with China to ensure peace and stability in cyberspace, while demanding an end to what she describes as indiscriminate sanctions. Listen in.
中美都是网络大国，双方在维护网络安全，特别是关键基础设施安全方面有相似的关切，应该在平等和相互尊重的基础上，以事实证据为依据，开诚布公讨论各自关注的事项，遵守相同的国际规则，共同维护网络空间的和平与稳定。美方应当停止滥施制裁的错误做法。
Colombian President Gustavo Petro visited Haiti on Wednesday as part of a whirlwind trip to strengthen ties with the violence-wrecked country, in fact. He was expected to meet with officials and talk about potential joint projects focused on sectors including but not limited to agriculture, technology and the economy. Now, this is according to a statement from Petro's office. His visit comes as Haiti's Prime Minister and a transitional President Council continue to reach out to various countries as Haitian police officials and a UN-backed mission led by Kenya struggle to contain gang violence. Severe cold weather is gripping the U.S. South as a major winter storm bridges record-breaking snowfall and frigid temperatures to the Gulf Coast. Icy conditions have in fact blanketed parts of the region, with the dangerous weather expected to continue. In response to the storm, governors across the South, including Florida's Ron DeSantis, have declared state emergencies. Earlier this week, in fact, for the first time ever, blizzard warnings were issued for parts of Louisiana and Texas as well, though they've since been lifted. The storm is affecting states from Texas to Florida as well as Georgia and has resulted in multiple deaths and injuries and caused widespread travel disruptions and even closures. It's time we slip into a short break now. I'll see you on the other side.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
Sitting quietly while your car is made all shiny. Downtime can be just fine too. Ready meal is piping. Waterproof, on the loo. Just enjoy your back tattoo. Tea break, face break, maybe even watch the ad break. Sometimes it's not time for some tombola, right? It's enjoying lasagna time, chilling with a book time, or time to visit your nan time. Put the phone down.
Hey, look at our Simply Safe home security system.
Let's install it.
We need another camera.
What for?
The collectibles. What?
Now you've got a camera each.
Yay!
Systems start from under £200 when you buy a professional monitoring plan. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Step into an unforgettable year with a VIP, a very important postcode. Because in People's Postcode Lottery's February draws, players in one winning postcode will each win £12,000 every month for 12 months. Fill your calendar with the things you've always dreamed of. Sign up before midnight on the 31st of January for you and your neighbours' chance to win £12,000 every month for 12 months. Is your door in the draw?
Health isn't someday in the future, it's now. It's same-day GP appointments, physio without GP referrals, cancer testing, scans and diagnosis fast. Questions for an expert at any hour about anything. Routine dental checkups every year for brighter smiles. Support that lasts for as long as it takes. Feeling your best every day starts today. Call or go online now for your quote.
Reach and clean the impossible with the StarLife Crevice Brush from JML. The versatile cleaning solution for hard-to-reach areas that your standard cloths and brushes can't clean. Made with thousands of tough, durable bristles, its slim design makes it the perfect cleaning tool to tackle narrow corners, tight spaces, and hidden crevices in your kitchen, bathroom, and beyond. And with 2 in a pack, you can get the cleaning edge you need thanks to the StarLife Crevice Brush. Only $9.99 from Asda, Morrison's, Robert Dyas, Tesco, and JMLDirect.com.
Welcome back. You're watching the World Report with me, Arjun Samar Mahindran. Tesla is increasing prices for all its vehicles in Canada starting the 1st of February. Model 3 variants will see the steepest rise of up to 9,000 Canadian dollars or almost 5,50,000 INR, while Model Y, S and X cars will cost an additional 4,000 Canadian dollars or roughly 2,50,000 INR. Tesla has not provided reasons for the price hike, however. The company currently imports all vehicles to Canada from its plants in the US and China. Amazon is shutting down its operations in Quebec, eliminating 1,700 jobs across 7 sites in the province. The company announced it will phase out operations over the next 2 months and return to a third-party delivery model in Quebec. In fact, is home to Amazon's only unionized workforce in Canada. It has prompted Ottawa to express dissatisfaction with the move. HTC has announced the sale of part of its extended reality XR unit to Google for a whopping $250 million. Now, the deal, expected to be closed in the first quarter itself, includes transferring some employees to Google. Both companies will also explore future collaborations to enhance the Android XR ecosystem. The move follows Google's 2017 acquisition of HTC's smartphone operations for $1.1 billion at the time. US President Donald Trump's nominee for Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has pledged to maintain the production cap on Boeing's 737 MAX planes until safety standards are in fact assured. The cap was imposed after a mid-air incident last year involving a missing panel. Now, Duffy, confirmed unanimously by the State Commerce Committee, emphasized Boeing needs quote-unquote tough love to improve production quality. 3 tech giants, in their pursuit for global dominance in artificial intelligence, have united, in fact, for the cause, setting up the world's largest AI project. It will be called Stargate. The announcement was made by Donald Trump at a special press conference at the White House. Elon Musk, however, has cast his doubt over the mega project. The team which will spearhead the ambitious project includes Sam Altman, founder of ChatGPT, maker OpenAI, Oracle chairman Larry Ellison, and SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son. Meta has issued a statement denying claims circulating on social media that Facebook and Instagram users were in fact forced to follow President Donald Trump's official accounts. The company said the changes noticed by users were standard practices often followed when there is a transition from the previous administration to the incoming one. Microsoft-owned LinkedIn is facing a class action lawsuit for allegedly disclosing private messages from premium users to train AI models. Filed on behalf of millions of customers, or users in this case, the suit claims LinkedIn introduced a privacy setting last year without sufficient transparency. Plaintiffs argue the platform used personal data without proper user consent to bolster its AI capabilities. And Samsung has launched its Galaxy S25 smartphones featuring Qualcomm chips and Google's AI technology, aiming to regain market share against Apple and Chinese competitors. Unveiled in California, the S25 includes advanced AI features and a preview of the ultra-slim Galaxy S25 Edge, set for release later this year. Analysts believe these updates could help Samsung, in fact, recover ground in the premium smartphone market. Iga Swiatek is through to her second Australian Open semi-finals after defeating Emma Navarro 6-1, 6-2. The Polish star now faces Madison Keys, who triumphed over Elina Svitolina. Meanwhile, defending champion Yannick Sinner put on a dominant display, defeating Australia's Alex de Minaur 6-3, 6-2, 6-1, marking his 10th straight, in fact, victory over the 8th seed. Sinner will next face a semi-final opponent as Americans make their first appearance in the last 4 of both men's and women's singles in 16 years. Real Madrid has become the first soccer club to surpass €1 billion in revenue for the season, posting a record of €1.045 billion for the 2023-24 season. This marks a return to the top spot of Deloitte's Football Money League, overtaking Manchester City after generating €831 million last season. The revenue boost was driven by victories in La Liga and the Champions League, as well as increased matchday earnings following renovations at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. Timur Kapsate has been named the new head coach of Uzbekistan's national football team following the departure of Serko Kanek due to health issues. In fact, Kapatse, who led Uzbekistan's under-23 team to the Olympic Games last year, takes over with upcoming World Cup qualifiers against Kyrgyzstan and Iran on the horizon. The Uzbek Football Association cited Kapatse's deep familiarity with the team, in fact, and his experience both as a player and the coach for the move. Tom Brady is enjoying his first season as a color commentator with Fox Sports and has no plans to leave early. Set to call the NFC Championship game and even the Super Bowl, Brady indicated he is looking forward to many more big moments in broadcasting. Despite rumors of him focusing on his role with the Las Vegas Raiders, Brady remains committed to his broadcasting career as part of a 10-year contract with Fox. Well, the latest from cricket, after an entire controversy emerged over Indian players not wearing jerseys with Pakistan's name on it, the BCCI has now clarified its stance. Secretary Devjit Sekia has confirmed that India or the men in blue will follow the ICC's guidelines and wear the official logo, which also includes Pakistan's name on their jerseys. Security has been enhanced for Indian actor Saif Ali Khan. He has been provided with 1+1 security. The Mumbai cops have also made the provision of deploying one constable with Saif Ali Khan. The actor is likely to record his statement on Thursday. Bandra police on Wednesday evening recovered the third and the last missing piece of the knife that had broken during the attack. The piece was recovered from near Bandra in Mumbai, near the Bandra Lake in Mumbai on SV Road. That's barely a kilometer away from Satguru Sharan. It's the building where the attack took place, which is also the actor's residence. The accused was taken near the lake by the police. The cops have also questioned a salon owner in whose shop the accused apparently went for a haircut in order to change his appearance after the attack. Jury selection has begun in the trial of hip-hop star A$AP Rocky, who's accused of firing a semi-automatic firearm at a former friend. The 36-year-old artist, whose real name is Rakeem Mayers, turned down a prosecution plea deal that included a 6-month jail term and a suspended 7-year sentence. By rejecting the deal, Rocky risks a guilty verdict that could lead to several years in prison. Taylor Swift and Morgan Wallen lead the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Award nominations with 10, followed closely by Kendrick Lamar, Sabrina Carpenter, and Post Malone with 9. The iHeartRadio Music Awards honor the most played artists of the year on its stations and the app. That's all we have for you today. Take care and have a wonderful day.
At Direct Line, we know that for multi-property landlords, sometimes the tiniest of things can turn into way bigger problems. From niggly contract issues to keeping up with ever-changing legislation. That's why Direct Line's landlord insurance offers a 24/7 legal helpline as standard. Because a call with someone could help to make the hairiest of problems feel that little bit smoother. Search Direct Line Landlord Insurance. We're on it.
What they don't tell you about getting older is how much fun it can be. Enjoying all the things you've worked so hard for. Spending time with the people that really matter. Not to mention, finally finding that precious time for yourself. I don't want anything taking my best years away from me, but like so many people, I've seen the heartbreak that dementia can cause. That's why I'm asking everyone to order this essential free guide from Alzheimer's Research UK. It's called Your Brain Matters. We all know what's good for our heart and our lungs, but do you know how to keep your brain healthy too? Well, this guide tells you how, in 7 steps you can start taking right now, whatever your age. Just ring the number on screen to get your free copy. Inside you'll find facts and tips that can keep your brain healthy and help reduce your risk of developing dementia. It's advice you can really trust from leading dementia scientists. Read it, keep it, and check back whenever you need to. Order your free copy now. Call Alzheimer's Research UK on 0800 035 5984 or text BRAIN2 to 78866. Think of it as another way of planning for your best years, because your brain really matters.
I've been thinking, I want to plan my funeral so it feels more like a celebration. My parents always said I was born dancing. I just love it. Bhangra, disco, even line dancing. So when my time comes, I want to have music, dancing, the lot.
With over 150 years experience, you can count on Co-op Funeral Care to help you pre-plan the funeral you want. To find out more, visit Co-op Funeral Care or give us a call.
Kickstart your year and hit refresh on your home with EE Broadband for just $29.99 a month and nothing to pay up front. Our ultra-reliable full fiber means you can stream endless music, go all out on gaming, and browse online for the things you love. It's all powered by BT, and we'll handle the switch for you. It's easier than ever before. No wonder broadband switchers choose EE. Hurry, ends Thursday.
What the state has achieved in various arenas and spheres, and what are the possible opportunities which exist for investors across various sectors, in addition to food processing, which is very natural to us being an agrarian state. Yes. We have done wonderfully well in infrastructure, in the technology area. Electronics and IT has been a strong point of the state. We have been very good in apparels, textiles and garments. So there's a very broad spectrum of